Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jess of Crack Creations. I guess I'm just gonna start doing my intros in the car because I keep forgetting to record them elsewhere. Anyway, I am at Mom's house right now. We are waiting for Michelle and Ed to show up because they are dropping their dog off before we head to Philly, and then we are all hopping in this car and heading to the show. Our setup time is now until 7 tonight. I don't think it really matters. We can show up anytime, but that was the time our little section of the map was given. The car's loaded. It looks deceiving, I guess. I feel like we're missing something. Michelle and Ed will be throwing their luggage in here, but still, like, in terms of display and product and everything, it's worrisome. However, I did call Michelle after packing the car and we did a checklist of everything that we need, so we should be good. We have the basic essentials that we need if we need anything else. I think there's a Target right next to the convention center, so we can go there, but we won't know until we get there and start setting up. So we are going to be hitting the road pretty soon, and then it's showtime. I'm so anxious for this show. It's a different show for us. It's bigger. We don't know what to expect, and I'm kind of nervous about it. It will probably be absolutely fine and really fun, but in the meantime, really nervous. So let's get on the road and I'll see you when we get there. Whee! Hi guys, welcome to day one of FanExpo Philly. The day has finally come. We're here. It feels so unreal right now. Loading yesterday was hilarious. Never in my wildest dreams would have imagined that they would have literally had us drive into the convention center to set up our space. Like, we're on the second or third floor somewhere, and we went up a ramp and came like almost right up to our space to unload and set up. It was so strange, but it was so cool. When we set up yesterday, it wasn't even half set up. So you couldn't really, I mean, you could see how massive this was going to be just by like the tables and everything that were set up. But today we just got here and it's crazy. I'm really excited for this weekend. Michelle and Ed have vanished. They are walking around checking things out. I think I'll do it eventually, but we'll see. I saw one person with crochet things, but in our immediate vicinity, we're pretty good. Someone came up and complimented the whale already, which is amazing. If we could get rid of him this weekend, that would be awesome. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. The show opens in an hour and 10 minutes to VIPs. I mean, I hear the 2 hours between VIP and regular is kind of slow, but we'll just take it as it is. This is, like I said, a new experience for us, so we don't know what to expect. I'm saying a lot. I'm catching myself, but I'm very excited to see how it's going to go. We are meeting the hobbits in 6-ish hours, so that's exciting. There's already so many things I want to buy, which is trouble. So yeah, stick around. I will eventually get up and walk around and take you guys with me to see the vastness of this place. And yeah, fingers crossed that this is a good weekend. All right, here's our stand. And I'm gonna go take a walk. So we're going to start in Artist Alley because that's all I know what to do.
Well, good. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Karen! think I made it halfway through, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna take a break and go back to the booth for a little bit. But towards the beginning, we saw the illustrator of the Muppets, and I kind of want one of his things, so we've got to start making some money so we can get some official Muppet stuff. Happy day 2 of FanExpo Philadelphia. I wanted to do a recap last night and I just didn't, because we left and we went to the hotel and we went to bed. But yesterday was very exciting, I think. Financially, it was typical Friday behavior. We made $545, but it's exciting because there were some big items that went, like the whale, which was very exciting. And our Spider-Man octopus went. So those are very exciting things to happen at the booth. Outside of the booth, one of Jim Henson's cartoonists is here, and he is just the coolest dude ever. I got a tambourine that he drew animal on, and he signed and personalized it, and a Kermit Rainbow Connection sketch, and then I got a selfie with him, which was great. Not a selfie, Ed took the picture, but he was the coolest dude to listen to. It was very exciting. And while we were there, Michelle called Ed to see if we were willing to part with the whale for a certain number, which I was. So that's when the whale happened, and there was just a lot of excitement happening at once. And then a couple hours later, we finally met the hobbits, and it was a quick in and out photo. We didn't really get to talk to them, but we did meet them. And Elijah put his arm around me, and him and I made eye contact. He was the only one I really got to say hello to, because I think they were running out of time because the line for their photo op was massive. But it was still exciting to see them in person. We are here for day 2. It is a time. It is 8:59. The VIPs come in at 9:30. And it's going to be a long day. We are here until 7 o'clock tonight. I'm very positive thinking about today. I think it's going to be a good day. This is turning out to be a decent show, just in terms of show. I really like being here. But yeah, let's see how today goes. Michelle and Ed left. The show is now officially open. It's 9:44. Michelle and Ed wanted to get in line. They bought autographs for Elijah and Sean. And they wanted to beat the crowds to do so. Michelle just told me Elijah won't be here until earlier this afternoon. But anyway, since they're gone, I wanted to tell you guys I like this spot we're in. I really like the spot we're in. So we, like, I don't know how to explain it, but once the doors opened, it was like a beeline of people rushing to the celebrities. It was very comical and shocking at first. I was like, what's going on? And then I figured where they were going. And I've never seen them before at any of our other shows. And it just made me laugh. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Happy day 3 of FanExpo Philadelphia. It is slow so far, but it is typical Sunday behavior. There's a good crowd walking around. do a little recap of yesterday. We made $1,145. It's a pretty good day. We did have some technical difficulties, and the credit card machine did not want to cooperate and connect to the internet, and lost some sales as a result, totaling $195. So because of that, we lost $195 worth of product. We are moving forward, hoping to make some sales today. I want to get people to stop at my booth and look at my stuff. Very tired. We're all very tired. The hotel, while a very nice hotel, the beds were not very comfortable and the pillows were awful. So every morning I've woken up with very pained neck and a headache. So I'm tired. But still have a positive outlook for today. Hoping to go home in the positives. It is almost lunchtime right now. It is, oh my gosh, 11:19. We're here till 5. So we got about just under 6 hours left. I'll check in later. Well, we are 2 days post FanExpo Philadelphia, and I've got to get this edited and posted to go up tomorrow. So, quick recap for Sunday. Sunday sales sucked. They were bad. I honestly think that's the worst Sunday we've ever had. We barely crest 200. I don't know why. There were still a good amount of people there. But we just didn't have the sales. I think if I would have had more Spider-Man, we could have had more, because they went pretty quick on Saturday. So I know for next year that this show likes Spider-Man. Because I can have like 20 and not have to make any more for a couple of shows. I don't think that's the case for this one, because I had 15 and they all went. Overall, I think this was a good show. We made $1,885. If those mistakes that happened on Saturday with the credit card not connecting, we would have hit 2,000, and I think that might be our highest ever at a con, which is good, but to me, I know we can do better. But that's also partially my fault, because you can't make the sales if you don't have the product. And I only brought half of what I actually wanted to bring to this show. So I'd like to say I can bring more next year. I'm going to try. But, you know, sickness and injuries, I can only do what I can do. But I do want to do better, and I think it's a possibility. And we definitely learned a lot. I think with our product, we know what got more attention than other things. Non-business related, we know that Saturday especially, it's a nightmare to leave the booth and go anywhere. And if you want food, forget it. The lines are like hours long. And then if you get hot food, it is cold and disgusting. So we already say, you know, next year we're going to prepare and bring like a cooler of sandwiches and snacks. We did rebook for next year. They did offer a discounted rate and guarantee acceptance. So we will be returning next year. I'm very excited to see what 2027 is going to bring. I don't know of any fandoms or like movies or series or anything that it has a special anniversary next year. But this year's guests were phenomenal. I think I mentioned before we met the Hobbits. It was a quick in and out. Their line was very long, so it was like, come in, get your picture, get out. I did have a little bit of interaction with Elijah Wood, which was incredible. That was the loudest yawn from the dog. So I'm going to end this recap here. FanExpo Philadelphia is great. It was definitely an eye-opener. It's one of the biggest shows we've ever done in terms of everything, but especially people who attended. I don't know an exact number, but there were over 50,000 people. So it was very overwhelming and a lot, but it's exciting and I can't wait to do it again next year. So thank you for tuning in. As always, do the things, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.